If we do not fix the problem with family, not only will our society crumble, but we will see the whole world begin to fall apart. We're already seeing population decline in every country that has feminism, that has programmed women to go against their man. Every country has suffered and will suffer if this ideology isn't fixed. And see, women will destroy an entire society off of just their mindset of feminism if you let it. Today's video is going to be very informative for the few people that come in and watch this. I'm going to game you up pretty good because maybe you haven't thought about it like this, but times are more desperate than you think. It's a lot more desperate than you think. But before we get into that, I just want to have I want to have a humbling moment. I want to thank Andrea. I'm guessing she watches my content on a consistent basis. Sometimes I miss you guys' comments. I'm not doing that on purpose. A lot of things going on. But I want to appreciate Andrea for hitting the Cashapp. I appreciate your donation. It means a lot. You spend your hard-earned money sending it to me. I must be saying something of value. This gives me hope that there's some good people in the world and some good women as well. And I really appreciate it. Her message was, may the Lord bless you real good, Mr. Miles. And I appreciate you, Miss Andrea, very, very much. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, whatever amount is suitable for you, you don't have to donate at all. But all that stuff is in the description below if you want to. Not forcing anybody to do anything they don't want to do. But anyways, let's get into this cook session real fast because this is going to be very informative. See, the government, along with men allowing the culture to get out of hand, have destroyed families. These two different things have destroyed families because think about just with the family, the government. They said women should get out of the house and work. Well, that benefits the government because they can tax more people in the job market. So of course they're going to convince her to be a strong, independent woman. And then on top of that, they're earning taxes that way, and the government that's how they get their money, through taxes. Also through divorce. The legal system, divorce court, is a very lucrative business. It is a big business to break up the family. And then they give her all kinds of incentives, no fault divorce, child support, alimony, split equity and everything, all the assets down the middle, depending on what state you're in. So they give her all these different incentives to break up the family. And then, of course, these SNAP benefits and all this stuff. If she doesn't have a man in the house, then she can get these benefits. So, of course, it's hard for me to say this, guys, but this is the harsh truth that we have to admit at this point in society. Women are agents of the government. Whenever they get in trouble, what do? They run to the government for benefits. They run to government for jobs. They run to government whenever you're not acting correctly. They run to the legal system, which is the government, the state, the legal system. Put you through the legal system knowing that you're going to get effed over, even though all the evidence points that she's the one that initiated, that she's the one that's wrong. They'll still choose her because they're trying to break up the family. And so you have very little respect. Whenever you get called and the girl calls the cops on you for DV, you got to go to prison or you got to go to jail. They got to arrest you. And so she's running to the government all the time to save herself because she's been programmed to fail and programmed to be an agent of the government. And this has adverse effects to how you view women, how you deal with women, because now you're afraid to leave a legacy because you're afraid that she's going to put the government on you. And guess what? She has every incentive to do that. And she'll get away with it. And then the culture, of course, is, the strong, independent stuff. But women always need a man for something, for sex, or intercourse. YouTube's really sensitive on that. For intercourse, uh, for protection, job security. So they run to the government for all of these different things. So the government is their new man, essentially. What political side they affiliate with? The left, most times. And what do? The left is just basically what? Government benefits, aid. And so, of course, she's going to use the government. Of course, she's going to run to the lawyers and the judges. And of course, they're going to rule against you because they have every incentive to do so, because it's a lucrative business to F you over. This is why it's so dangerous to dealing with these women today. And they don't know it. They don't realize the game. They're just followers. They were told this and conditioned by this, by their grandmother, by pop culture, by their family, by their the schooling indoctrination camp. And so by the time she gets 21, 25, 30, she's already fully developed into this mindset. And she thinks, this is why women say they don't need a man. And they're so cocky because they can get benefits out of effing you over. This is why you feel neglected as a man. You don't feel respected in the society. You feel left out. This is why you feel this way. And so you can't get a job because women flooded the job market, and it's more of women than it is men. And they can charge women. Women will work for less because the statistics show that women are less likely to ask for promotion. So the women are going to get paid less but hired more because that's more beneficial when it comes to payroll, the biggest expense for businesses. They can profit more hiring more women. And then plus, women don't buck the system. They're going to follow directions and do what they're supposed to do. And it's easy to scare them. And so you can't get a job because the job market's too flooded, and anything that's too much of anything is not value. That's just common economics. So not only will that happen because she's disincentivizing, the government gave her all these different tricks and strategies for her to F you over and not have a family. The culture doesn't allow you to have a family. The birth rates will deteriorate. And there's not really any way to this culture, this promiscuous culture, this hedonistic culture, there's not any other way to reverse this because we're too far gone. We'd have to reverse birth control. And really what birth control allows women to do is it allows them to sleep with men that they would never take seriously for long-term relationships. This is why every woman you deal with, she slept with a guy. And this is why you can't take them seriously because they want you to take them on a date, but there's been 5 guys in her past where she invited them over. I mean, if you go look at the Cashapp situation where that male escort on Art of Dialogue, he broke this stuff down. These women are paying men for intercourse. Meanwhile, you taking her out on dates. And so there's no incentive for you to trust women today. There's no incentive for a woman not to use the government against you today. And therefore, there's no big families. Therefore, there is no family. It's why you guys are so disorganized and you're by yourself and there's no community in society anymore. When you get older, who's going to take care of you? You don't have any kids. You have 2 kids. Back then, grandmother and them had 9, 8, 8, 9, 10 kids. And one of those kids would take care of their parents. You guys are barely having, the new birth low is like a 1.6. You guys are barely even having a child. And if you do have a child, it's one child. This is going to destroy society and any society that implements this into their culture. Low birth rates. Who's going to work? So it's just going to make everything even more animated or automated. You guys see the writing on the wall. This is actually pretty critical stuff that needs to be fixed, but nobody wants to take this stuff seriously. Excuse me. It's damn near time. It's been time for a cultural revolution, but it might be time for an actual revolution if you guys catch my drift. And so it's we're in dark times right now, guys, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news all the time, but this just is what it is at this point. And for you guys to say you're done dating Western women, I mean, that makes sense. For every reason I just gave you in this video. She's an agent of the government. So that is my video. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. Hopefully you gained some more insight. You got some more clarity on how to deal with the world and deal with women. I do want to thank Miss Andrea again for sending that Cash App. It means a lot. If you guys want to donate, all the ways you can are in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video. Peace.